Drivers are ready. Cars are on the track. They're doubled up. They get their final commands. Starting lineup coming across the bottom of the screen. It is the average finish of the two heat races. So Bobby Labonte and Marco Andretti will be on the front row to start our main event.
Two guys that we talked about quite a lot, having great nights tonight. I am very curious. We've got NASCAR versus IndyCar on the front row, and very, very interested to see how this will play out for them.
Podium Paul Tracy starting inside row 2, and Joseph Newgarden outside of row number 2 to start our main event. Our progressive race summary. Newgarden and Williams both led every lap of our two heat races. Marco Andretti gained 11 spots between the two heats. And Tony Stewart had the worst finish of any SRX race he's been in that second heat race. He's got a lot of work to do. We'll see if they were able to help him with the performance of his car. Here they come to start our 75-lap main event in Music City. It's the Superstars on a Saturday night. Green flag.
Fantastic looking start there right out the gate. Bobby Labonte and Marco Andretti side by side down the back straight.
Labonte eases ahead, squeezes off Andretti for the lead. Paul Tracy gets a little nip as they're double wide behind him.
And Elio Castroneves has to be really careful with the lack of bodywork on the right front of that thing, because he's gonna cut that right front down if he catches a wrong piece of bodywork on that tire.
I don't know, Elio, 4-time Indy 500 winner. He's used to racing with open wheels.
Yeah, but we've seen him get rid of a few different people with that right front fender, and now it's gone.
This is true.
Oh, look. Elio Castroneves and Paul Tracy hitting each other once again. Haven't seen that before this year.
Yeah, and got that exposed right front tire right on the left rear corner of Tracy's car. So it appears no harm
so far. But if he starts getting more aggressive with that right front, I mean, look, rubbing his racing, as they say. Yeah. Efficiently as possible here. And the interesting thing about this track, it straightens out real quick, and the banking dies down very quickly out of these corners. It's extremely banked at the apex, and that gives you a lot of comfort to lay in the throttle and lay into the apex of the corner. But as soon as it flattens out at the exits, it is really sketchy. I mean, again, if you ever think that drivers aren't athletes, I mean, you're wrong. And this is a fantastic just showing of how hard it is to drive these cars, how intense these guys are going at it right now. And now we've got Joseph Newgarden versus Marco Andretti, two incredible talents from the open wheel world. These guys, in my IndyCar career, two of the most respectful racers, I would say, in our series, but two very incredibly talented guys as well.
Been a fun week for Bobby. After the race at Stafford Springs, he and his wife Kristen went to the absolute Sistine Chapel of Baseball, Fenway Park in Boston, for a Monday afternoon game to see my beloved Red Sox. Then came down here to Nashville. Bobby's daughter lives here in Nashville. When I came into the racetrack Friday morning, Bobby and Kristen were leaving. I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Hot yoga." So there's the race lead. Bobby Labonte and Paul Tracy running first and second as the sun sets. There's a beautiful sky off to the west. We're not big fans of some of the stuff we're seeing to the north of us, but beautiful sky off to the west. And Saturday night crowd here at Nashville Fairgrounds seeing the caution come out. Green flag, here we go.
Fantastic restart by Tracy there. Awesome run to the outside of Bobby Labonte, but he could not get it done.
Couldn't get it to cut down the hill. Bounces off the wall, trying to gas it up off turn number 2.
Paul, you could tell he was trying to go for the old bumper maneuver there to get Bobby Labonte loose on exit. Did not make it happen, though, and here comes Marco.
Marco Andretti looking to the inside of Paul Tracy for second place. Andretti in orange.
Experience. Oh, Joseph Newgarden loses it into one.
Newgarden into the outside wall, and the caution is out.
I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever seen Joseph Newgarden lose it like that before.
You could tell the way he was counter-steering that car that he was hanging on and trying to keep it gassed up and keep it in play. But it's not in play anymore.
Yeah, that thing is not going to be doing much playing at all. You can tell how hard he got into the corner, and as soon as he lost it, there was no coming back from that. That is really tough. Getting in, so close to... Oh, poor guy. Hate to see it.
Fans on their feet. Here we go. Green flag.
Bobby Labonte was right about the acceleration. Marco Andretti, incredible run out of the last corner. Both guys sideways at the apex of 1 and 2 there.
Trying to keep Andretti from getting in front of him after he's led much of this main event. They're beating, they're banging into turn 3.
Marco couldn't quite make the top side work, but a great restart for him. Great racing between those two.
Labonte hangs on for now. Andretti second. Here is Ryan Newman looking inside of Paul Tracy.
Ryan Newman's on a mission, and honestly, great save from Paul Tracy there. Incredible car control.
Check this out. Bobby in white, Marco in orange, and neither one of them, they both knew the importance of hanging on to that front spot through 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, it looked like Marco with a slightly earlier turn in than normal, and that's what SRX racing seems to be all about. Let's let them know you're there.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth about to let Ryan Newman know he's there. Kenseth at his first SRX race. I was talking about earlier today. First time I met him, he ran the All-American 400, the then All-Pro Series race here in Nashville before anybody in NASCAR ever knew of him. And I came here to do a radio broadcast of that race back in the day. We were trying to figure out how old each of us was back then. Matt, we figure, was about 20.
Oh, we had a couple guys get together there in 3-4.
Yeah, I didn't. They were down low. I didn't even see them. That's Newgarden and who?
That would be Tony Kanaan.
Tony Kanaan, okay.
Can't wait to see what happened here, honestly.
Well, TK's left rear is quite wrinkled up.
Yeah, that's there's no rear deck lid.
All right, let's go back. Right side of your screen. There they are, Newgarden and TK. Clunk.
Tell you what feels not awesome as a racing driver when you crash battling for last. That is a tough feeling. But it does go to show Joseph Truck, and that's again. These guys don't have spotters. Not sure what Tony was going to be thinking there, and Joseph had to go. Oh, that is a tough scene battling for the back there.
And 10 laps to go in our main event.
Interesting that Marco didn't quite get the same jump that he got on the last restart, and all 3 guys up on the high side drifting way wide there.
Paul Tracy to second place.
Paul Tracy going straight to second. Marco going straight to his rear bumper to move him out of the way. I'd love to see it.
There's Andretti now to the inside of Tracy.
That was a fantastic sequence. Marco got passed by Paul, but got right to his rear bumper and just moved him enough out of the way to where it wasn't, well, let's say aggressive.
Castroneves now. Ooh, look at that. Sliding into the corner. Hung on to it. Now here's Matt Kenseth looking to the inside of Castroneves.
Oh, and Elliott throwing an all-time block. Matt Kenseth is not going to have it, moves him out of the way, and gets the job done.
Look at Michael Waltrip around Ryan Newman now.
If there's one person I wanted to see have some success tonight, it's Michael Waltrip. I can't wait to see him at the bar later talking about his race tonight.
Now, Michael says, you have no idea what this track means to me. Here's the save from Castroneves.
We'll call him the Drift King after that one. That was beautiful. Matt Kenseth just getting in here nice and low just to make Elio aware that he's there and moves him out of the way just enough. And without spotters, Elio doesn't quite know that he's there. You can't see a lot out of the left side mirror. But he felt him, that's for sure.
White flag is up. There is a slower car ahead. Kanaan is back off the pit lane as Labonte tries to hang on to his lead.
I tell you what, Bobby Labonte's worst nightmare is Tony Kanaan right now. And thankfully, Tony did the veteran move and got out of the way.
9,610 days ago, Bobby Labonte won in Nashville in NASCAR. Tonight, he takes the checkered flag in the Superstar Racing Experience in Music City.
Fantastic race, honestly. A top 3 with incredibly talented guys. That was a fantastic race all night long.
Back here at Nashville. Take a look now at the podium. Bobby Labonte, the Hall of Famer, making it look easy there, holding on to that lead, getting this win for the second straight week. Marco Andretti in the second spot, followed by Matt Kenseth. We go now to Matt Yoakum with Bobby Labonte.